Welcome back to She's Got the Keys. My name is Emily.Hazard, and this is my friend Kat. We
Hi.
are real estate agents here at Keller Williams Greater Seattle, and today we are taking you through.
North Everett. We are going to be covering four distinct neighborhoods in this North Everett area, including the Lowell Riverside. We have Port Gardner Bay. We have a classic North Everett neighborhood, as well as the Bayside neighborhood. So follow along, come see what each of these has to offer. I think you will not be disappointed. So we are in the Lowell Riverfront area of Snohomish. This is a newer developed area within the last 5 or 6 years. Okay, Emily, tell
Mhm.
us a little bit about what new construction would look like in this North Everett area.
You are going to see lots of 3,000 square foot homes with two-car garages and huge open spaces.
Yeah, we've got great light in this listing that we're sitting in now. Plus, we've got territorial views and a river view at the same time. So it's beautiful.
Yeah, you really do get that feeling of being in a neighborhood with the outdoors right in your backyard.
Yeah. And as we were driving in, there was at least two parks that I saw and kind of a picnic area as well. So you get that like old neighborhood concept of like gathering and being able to hang with your people, even though you're in a brand new development, which is kind of hard to find.
But you will notice that the house down the road is gonna look very similar to yours.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. Some people like the uniformity, but I think with new construction, you're going to get very modern touches and features in a home. So that's a huge plus.
Totally, and you'll get to know your neighbors who you can see right into their windows,
Right there. Yep.
right
There they
there.
are.
Yeah. So if this is something that you're looking for, it's definitely a product type that Everett has to offer. With all the growth that we've seen here, it
Yep.
seems like we're only going to see more and more new development come on the market.
Yeah, we have, kind of the other neighborhoods that we'll talk about on this show, but we really see Everett slated for new development because it's got so many great features. It's definitely got that glow up happening. So you'll see more new developments like this one happening in this area, which has only been developed within the last decade. And so we know that this area is slated for that. We are back, and this time we are in the Bayside neighborhood in North Everett, Washington.
It's so beautiful
Yep.
here.
It is stunning, it's gorgeous, it is grand.
Grand. Yes.
Exactly.
She is got a lot.
She's got a lot to offer. She
Yes.
has views of the bay, hence the name Bayside neighborhood.
And that makes sense. Right?
It's historic, it's well manicured, it's fashionable. It's all of the things that like you would want when you're seeking out quintessential historic North Everett.
I have a question.
Tell me.
Okay, why didn't the seagull fly over the bay?
I don't know. Tell me.
Because then it'd be a bagel.
I love it. Thank you so much. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay, so the
Oh,
house we're in was built in the 1920s.
and it
So
shows. It shows.
the neighborhood is very, very distinct because
Mhm.
all of the homes kind of have this older character to them.
Yeah, they're gonna have like the crown molding and like those older features that you are not gonna see put in a new construction home, like the letter slot. And
Or the fact that the house is on oil.
yeah, we can talk about that. But can we also talk about the size of the lot?
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, this is a beautiful benefit to buying a home in this area is that even though just a short drive from here, you're going to have a different type of product to offer. These older homes do sit on larger lots, which makes them ideal for lot splitting down the road if that's something you're considering in the future.
Or maybe you just want to have a bougie yard.
Yeah,
And that's okay too, you guys.
I'm
It's
so
okay.
fine with it. I
Yeah,
support it.
you
Yeah.
can just buy it as is.
Want to know a fun fact?
Yes.
That because the base in Everett, the Navy base is right there, that
So close.
in the morning you can hear them play taps. Yeah, they do it like in the morning and in
Oh,
the nighttime they do the little yep, I'm not gonna do it for you, but you can actually hear it twice a day.
the trumpet's not like tap shoes.
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly. Not a secret that Everett is kind of the focus of this great developmental glow up. One of the features that we can see as part of that project is the walking bridge that goes from Grand, crosses over Marine View Drive, and then has a stair set down to that waterfront area with dining, with like, hangout spots.
It's the new.
It's the new. There's hotels down there. There's small businesses
Pretty
coming in.
sexy.
It's pretty swanky.
Yeah.
And the pedestrian path means that you and I don't have to get in our car to drive up another 6 blocks to drive down and then back over.
Kind of like what they did in downtown Seattle with their new
Yeah,
walkway.
exactly.
Very similar.
And part of why this is a great feature Two is that in the summer, there's actually a concert series. There's a little like farmer's market that happens there in the spring. Like there's a ton of draw to that waterfront area that makes that pedestrian path like a huge bonus to living in this area.
Yeah, I think Everett's biggest struggle in the past was that it was so heavily focused on businesses and not enough on fun. But the chamber has gotten together and they found ways to really utilize their funds to make it so that it is accessible for both families and folks who are living on their own.
Yeah, so we've actually seen that the buyers who are moving into this area are really focused on that feature right there that you just mentioned. Like Everett makes sense from a commuter standpoint for people who are working tech, Boeing, all the other industries that make sense for this area, military, etc.
Funko.
Funko, yeah, there's a lot of goodies to offer here, but the fact that it's not just for people who work, but it's also for people who live now.
Yeah, there's stuff to do, and
Yeah,
that matters when you're picking some place to call your home.
absolutely. So consider Everett, consider Bayside.
Yeah,
It's a great contender,
yeah.
definitely, if you can afford its price point.
Right. This one's gonna be kinda top of the list.
Yeah.
We're looking at $1,000,000
We're
at least.
looking, yep, and we know kind of from the price bands that we regularly talk about on our show that anything over 1.2 is considered luxury, and we are flirting with that number
Yep.
right in this area here. It's going to be kind of slim pickings to see something below that. Keep in mind, as you and I both observe, that buying a 1920s home means you're probably going to be in for some maintenance.
Yep.
So,
Unless you're fine with things working the way they did
in the 1920s,
in the 1920s, yeah.
looking,
We're in another house.
we are in a different house this
Can you
time.
believe it?
Not, I know, the shocker. This is what we do. We go in houses. Who knew? Okay, so we love this type of home to talk about affordability in Everett, right? We really because
Yeah.
we have looked at luxury price points, we have looked at other things, and we want to talk about what middle housing looks like in Everett in this price point. So tell us what we got.
The home that we have chosen doesn't represent all of middle housing, but I think it's a great example of somebody who wants a property with their own lot and some privacy and the freedom to do what they want with it. But it's going to be a much smaller square footage. So this home is only 800 square feet,
Yep.
teeny tiny.
Yep. Two beds, two bath, but everything is a studs out remodel and is beautiful. You won't have to touch anything for quite a while in this home. So this represents one type of product we'll find in this area. Do you want to tell us about another?
Yeah, you could definitely find some fixer uppers. So, one of the properties that we were hoping to tour was a duplex that needed quite a bit of TLC, but there's a lot of potential there because if you don't necessarily have a family yet and you're looking to build equity, one way to do that is by renting out half of it. We call that a house hack, if
Yep.
you will. And it's one of the ways that a lot of young people are getting into real estate investing.
I think there's a lifestyle component here that you can really highlight. And this is what middle housing would look like for somebody who's in that price point.
And it's not going to be the wide streets of Grand Avenue. We are very close to a high school and a lot of other shops. So you're in a much heavier trafficked area than some of the bougier neighborhoods that we were in. But if somebody was also looking to perhaps have a condo, that would be an option too
Mhm.
within this same price point. Probably something that's a little bit newer. I don't know how much newer we can get than this though.
This is pretty fresh. Even
Yeah.
even if we're having like an original foundation under the home, everything from that place up is brand new. I will say the benefit is not having an HOA,
Right.
right? So
You don't
there's
have to deal with
yeah.
anybody else.
And you have alley access back there and a cute parking pad. So it's back to that concept of freedom to do what you want with your space. You also get some variety. So the house next door to us, like, is going to look incredibly unique compared to this one, which is not the case for all of the neighborhoods we visited today, where everything looked very similar.
Right. We're not going to have that cookie cutter because you've got these homes that are almost 100 years old.
Yeah. And so while you might be trading in that immaculate lawn in the perfect kind of outdoor like curb appeal that you get with some of those other neighborhoods we visited today, what you get is uniqueness, you get like some individuality and
Charm.
charm. You get downtown North
Charm.
Everett charm. And there's a little like edgy personality to the city of Everett that I think is making it a really attractive feature in comparison to like Seattle, right? Some of the things people would want to trade in from Seattle. like they could still get city lifestyle in Everett without the traffic necessarily.
And better parking.
Better parking, and I think less of a headache that comes with commuting to downtown and like being in the downtown area. So you can still catch concerts and baseball games and other things here, which we've talked about before, but you're even closer to it here at this neighborhood compared to the last.
Now we are located in the Port Gardner area and in a super duper unique listing.
I'm almost speechless. I have almost nothing to say because it's so good.
So there are a select number of homes across Everett that have this mid-century modern vibe, and this one has really held true to its roots. And I think that if that is something you're interested in, it doesn't just exist in Seattle, it exists here in Everett as well.
Okay, that was going to be my one contribution to this segment was that I can drive through this neighborhood and feel like I'm driving through like a classic Seattle neighborhood, like something that feels super familiar. And it feels like Seattle, but here on the north side with a different zip code and probably a different price point.
Definitely a different price point. It's
Probably
gonna be,
different like distance between neighbors and that
yeah.
kind of thing too. But man, they nailed it with the era and the touches. I mean, I have like I said, nothing to complain about on this one. I think it's a serious option to consider if this is the product you're shopping for.
Yeah, that architecture does exist, and it comes with this beautiful outdoor space with tons of trees and views of the water
Yeah.
even. So, if mid-century modern is your vibe, that does exist in Everett.
Yeah, and this one I will say it can be done well in Everett. Like there's going to be some that are going to need all of that sweat equity added into it, and this one is ready to go. Like this home does not need work for you to feel like it's got everything you need to be able to move in and add your family photos.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I'm thrilled. I think we showed some of Everett's best features in the distinct neighborhoods that we got to cover today.
I'm leaving with a food baby.
Yeah.
I'm leaving with a
Shoo
food
Shoo,
baby.
Shoo Shoo and
The
Narrative both
food,
treated us well.
holy smokes, you guys. You got to get up here to eat the food.
Yeah, there's a lot that North Everett has to offer given in the springtime, you're going to see that farmer's market come back online. And then there's the concert series. There's that whole waterfront area that's gotten blown up with a ton of good restaurants to offer. So you will not be missing big city living here. It's like you get the best of both worlds. You get kind of
Best of both.
mini Seattle pockets in this North Everett area. Plus, you get the benefits of not having to live in that immediate downtown area. So you get to live and play here now. That's the great part about Everett.
That's what's going on. So if you're thinking about making a move and you need somebody to help you out, you know how to get a hold of
Yeah,
us.
come find us because
Yeah.
we're good at our job. Yeah, and we definitely can tell you the nuances of each of these neighborhoods and how they have different features that may work for you or may not work for you.
So check us out and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.
Yep. What do you call it?
It's the pine tree that's like tentacles
Yeah.
are also spiny. So it's kind of like it's like a evergreen sea anemone.
What do you think about these trees in the middle of the street?
I mean, great when they've got their foliage, but right now they look pretty.
That right now they don't do anything for you. I just like how girthy they are.
They're girthy, yeah.
They're so girthy that you can even feel it on the road when we're driving over the roots.
Yeah,
Like you can't get old trees like that.
they're powerful.